Welcome back to more tricks and tips on how to maximize MightyNet for your network or community. We're going to show you how to redirect your domain or a domain page to your MightyNet URL. We're going to show you a free way, and then we're going to also show you 2 paid services that will do this for you as well, whatever serves your purpose. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to show you how to redirect a domain on Cloudflare. This is especially useful if you have moved your website and still have the old domain and want to point it to a new location without having to use the htaccess method or a CNAME record method. This question could also look like this. How do I use Cloudflare DNS records to redirect my domain? This method is particularly useful if you want to redirect domain pages to MightyNet URLs. Now, why would you want to do that? Perhaps you want to redirect it to certain landing pages, certain plans that you have, support. It could be a number of reasons that you might want to redirect. The first thing to note is that you do not use DNS to redirect a domain. DNS is not created for that. Instead, you will use Cloudflare page rules. Even if you're on the Cloudflare free plan and you're looking to redirect your domain, you have access to 3 free page rules. Make sure your domain is hooked up to Cloudflare so that it's all pointing there with CNAME records. This tutorial assumes you may already have items on Cloudflare. For a simple to redirect, you would only need 1 rule. Let's talk about how to redirect your domain on Cloudflare, no matter what plan tier you have. In order for this to work, you must have an orange cloud proxy. It doesn't matter if it's under A record or CNAME record. Look and you'll see a little orange cloud there. You must have one of those in order for this to work. Now this is the dashboard. If you look at the top, you'll see something looks like an upside down funnel. That is where you're going to manage and edit your page rules. Now in this example here, the page rule has been the definition, URL description is sharknado.net is referred to sharkymc.net. The second rule is for HTTP, sharknado.net, always use HTTPS. This person has 1 more rule. You get 3 on the free plan. By default, under the free plan, you won't have any rules here by default unless you add them. You're allowed 3 on the free plan. So if you already have a rule you don't need, you can also turn it off here. Now, for the next part, okay, let's look at this. Your first step is navigating to the Page Rules tab. You see where it's darkened on the Cloudflare dashboard. This is not under DNS. Instead, it's under its own section. Once you're on the Page Rules tab, go ahead and select Create Rule. First, type in your root name with a slash after it, and after that, an asterisk. What this does is create a catch-all redirection rule. So if the domain matches anything under that route, it will redirect to the new location. Under these settings, select the forwarding URL option and finally enter the URL that you would like your Cloudflare domain to redirect to. This is an example, entry.agency / forwarding URL, permanent redirect to go to isotropic.co / category / bizophagency. You can't add any additional settings with the forward URL set. Here's one for sharknado.net. Sharknado.net / / is forwarded to https sharkymc.net as a permanent redirect. Under these settings, select the forwarding URL option. Finally, enter the URL that you would like your Cloudflare domain to redirect to within the respective input field. Finally, apply the rule and your old domain will now forward to the new one. Any URL underneath it will forward to the applied domain as well. So this will take the one that you have and send everything to that. One more thing is I would delete all the DNS records except for a CNAME www pointing to the original domain and setting the original domain to have an A record pointing to 129.0.2.1. That IP is just a basic placeholder that has been used since the internet was invented. Now you can also use the Easy Redirect plan. It's a paid plan, and then you can also use DomainIt. It has $49. That's a cheap one, $4.95 per year. So this summarizes the options you have for redirecting your domain